Welcome to another episode of Taking Over the World Part 6, Astarte X6. Will be a short series just kind of going through the potential applications of the new ego scripts layer. This demo series is sure to be an absolute nightmare. Viewer discretion is advised. This is just an example of the list of some of the material we will be covering and its progression into code that the computer can comprehend. Introduction first, though. The physical vehicle operates on chemical hormones and environmental factors, where the R complex runs the show. The dragon rules the body most of the time, unless you look into the black mirror and become self-aware. Integration of the shadow. Behaviors can then be quantified, many of them being ritualistic in nature. So, this technique is called sleight of mouth. It's a neurolinguistic approach based on cybernetics and psychology. Keep in mind that meta means self-aware. Here I'm going to demonstrate how alphanumeric text can define and communicate language patterns. You comprehend the equations or the formulas, the conversation's direction can be changed and redirected to a more constructive end, potentially at a high success rate. Say I wanted to de-escalate a potential hazardous encounter with some random individual. We'll call him Elrod. Elrod is having a bad day. Once again, the potential for a tantrum resulting in extensive property damage and/or unnecessary violence is very likely. Elrod is bantering out accusations and arguments that are very important to the sustainability of his ego identity. Elrod screams at the top of his lungs, "You didn't attend the drag queen book reading event, so therefore you are a racist homophobe." Or to put it simply, A equals B. I didn't attend the drag queen book reading event, A, so therefore I am a racist homophobe, B. Be there or you're square, basically. Now I could say, Elrod, of course, I would never go to such an event because it's a complete and utter waste of my time and life. But seeing as how the goal is de-escalation, setting up a confrontation would probably not go over very well, since the name-calling has already started. In this scenario, I have a number of variable options, well over 16 of them, to be exact, but humor would not be my go-to on the list at this point due to Elrod's volatile nature. Attempting to redefine what Elrod just said might redirect the communication, but it's still going to need a volley of different spelling maneuvers. A seemingly empathetic approach would be more suitable. P1 emit A equals B is greater than P1 plus P2. Or we can vocalize it as such. Elrod says argument A equals B is greater than our undefined, non-existent friendship. And he might be right. The direction I'm going for here is to convince Elrod that I actually really do care about his ridiculous book reading event. Changing the size of the frame, or A equals B equals A, emit mark and time, Z equals B, or X equals B. We can spell it like this. Lots of people can't make it to these events. Are you suggesting that everyone who doesn't make it doesn't care? Once again, keyword here is care. In 5 dimensions, a myriad of potential outcomes exist, but only one will become reality. Another scenario. Profiling through analyzing speech. Here we can take note of this area here with the alphabet being L. and just kind of take a mental picture of that. Interactions, we want values, passions and irritants as well. Dominant sense aspect. I'll begin with piercing the baseline by referring to the mark and time, our present moment. I could be like, what brings you to this neck of the woods? Oh, just passing through. Oh, okay. My name is Felvin. What's your name? Hi, I'm Lulu. First name level has just now been established. What do you do for a living, Lulu? Or what do you like to do for a living is what I should ask. Well, I run a small gardening business out east, but what I really like is music. Well, very cool. Now we have a passion and the dominant sense aspect. And because we have a passion and the dominant sense, we have emotional keys. Where are you from, Lulu? I grew up in a small conservative town in Idaho. And now we have a supposition of values or ethos. This is a profiling template for that information on the target. And the AI component can help us record the data into the necessary file within the file system. Her title is Lulu Lopuza. Pentad is dominant sense aspect, which is audio. Her occupation is gardener. The passion or the drive is music. Vex is an irritant, which we do not have information for at this time. And the ethos is conservative. And now we have to record it into the file. And we're going to change the name of the new saved file. And now we can see the file was created right here. And we can see that it is in the system and ready to pull up at any given time.